Thanks for jumping on Giant TV, and we had to get this out live. I'm here with Manny. Manny, thanks for jumping on. And we're talking about the Phoenix Fashion Week because Manny, you and I are fashion forward guys, so we gotta we gotta hear about this. What's going on? What's your involvement?
Absolutely. So I've been involved with Phoenix Fashion Week the past few years, and last year, with the pandemic, we had to switch to a hybrid model where part of what we did was in person, a very limited number of people in a big open space with masks and all that, and then the majority was the more online version. And so now that we're pretty much past this debilitating situation, we're back online, right? The executive director, his name's Brian Hill. He's really putting a lot of muscle and might and power behind the Phoenix Fashion Week event happening here middle of April. And so I'm out here working on finding ways to bring more attention. What's amazing about this event, Paul, is it brings together a few thousand people on the runway, the classical runway, but it touches and reaches a lot more than that. It's got 5 million impressions. So they're really making a lot of splash on this really top 5 event in the world for fashion.
Yeah, because Manny, this Fashion Week, I mean, there are fashion weeks all over the country. And obviously, we all know about and all over the world, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. This is Phoenix version, and you and I have talked about it before, and this thing goes off. It's a nice event.
It's an amazing event, and what's cool about Phoenix, if you're not familiar with the Valley, is it brings together this whole sort of amalgamation of culture, of not only the Southwest culture. I'm Mexican American, Hispanic. Where I live in Tucson, we're an hour away from the border. It brings together some Native American touches, but then because of the nature of who lives here, it brings together just some avant-garde people. A lot of athletes have their, second homes here.
Right.
And certainly there's a lot of pretty amazing things that happen in Phoenix, and it's represented in the fashion.
And so what's the exposure for somebody who wants to get involved in this and learn more about it? Like what is the opportunity to get involved and do stuff?
So right now, the main opportunity is we're looking for a number of sponsors. So sponsorship would mean that you are getting involved in getting your name out to the world. And what that means say you've got a brand that really wants to penetrate the Phoenix market. Phoenix is approaching 6 million people. It has a lot of eyes on Phoenix, the Phoenix Suns and the Cardinals, and you've got all these things happening in Phoenix. A lot of semiconductor businesses are moving into town. In addition to Intel, there's a company called Taiwan Semiconductor that just put a giant plant. Nestle just announced an $700 million plant. So a lot of eyes on Phoenix, and for the opportunity to sponsor, you're going to have the ability to really get your eyes and your brand together in Phoenix and make those 5 million impressions that I mentioned earlier.
Is that so there's digital opportunities to get exposure, and there's like boots on the ground opportunities to get exposure?
Massive. The digital opportunity is massive. The event is called the Chateau Luxe. It's this beautiful sort of space that looks over the mountains. And the weather in April in Phoenix is just magical.
Right.
So for those that are sponsors, there's going to be an opportunity to come down and really rub elbows with top level designers. I can't say who these designers are, Paul, but let's just say that they are the kind of designers that are dressing the people that we see on the red carpet. We're talking about tier 1
huge
athletes, tier 1 actors. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And is it a multi-day event, Manny, or is it one day?
It's a multi-day event that culminates into the runway, the traditional runway, big fashion runway where they're walking down with the lights flashing and everything that you'd expect from a fashion show.
Okay. Well, I know we're going to have information around this video. We're going live here, streaming this, and so if you want to learn more, there will be information around this video. We'll tag Manny, you on it. And yeah, it sounds like an incredible event. Love it.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm going to Phoenix for an event tomorrow called Suits and Sneakers.
Oh
So
yeah,
this is an
yeah.
event where everybody's all decked out and they're wearing sneakers, and it brings together a lot of top level athletes and models and dignitaries. It's going to be a fun event.
So funny because when you say that, I think of those sports commentators that look so nice in their suits on TV, but then if they camera goes down, they're all wearing sneakers, you know?
Exactly.
Oh, awesome. I love it, Manny. Good stuff. Appreciate you being here. And yeah, we'll look forward to follow this event.
Absolutely. And, we're really excited at getting the fashion in-person event back up and running. You
Totally.
can imagine that there's a lot of pent up of activity that was put on pause for about 18 months, right? Almost 2 years. And so this fashion week is really probably going to be the biggest and the best we've ever had.
Yeah, like you said, people are pent up wanting to get out. It's insane. People just want to do stuff.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you have any questions, like you said, you're going to tag me. You're going to put my information in there. You can also go to phoenixfashionweek.com and PHX Fashion Week on Instagram. Take a look at what's out there. You'll get a good idea of the amount and the energy, Paul. The energy is what gets me. You get around these events and it's like almost you can feel a buzz, just a lot of things happening. Beautiful people, beautiful experiences. I mean, the event we had last year during the pandemic, I mean, we were in a place called the Volante, which is an it's right at the Scottsdale airport.
Yeah.
It's this amazing restaurant. You're overlooking the tarmac. You're watching these amazing Lear jets come in and citations come in. And I mean, it's quite an experience. So
Nice.
It's like that for Phoenix Fashion Week, the event, but much, much bigger.
Yeah, no, you were showing me some photos the other day of that, and it just, like you said, it just looked like it was, I always feel like, okay, where is the action happening? Where, and that event seems like, okay, it's going on right here. If I'm in the middle of it, I don't, it's an A-list event. Love it.
Absolutely. Look, if we get a sponsor, somebody from your network that comes out and wants to be part of the event, I'm telling you, Phoenix is a great place to visit in April. And there's going to be amazing places to stay. The food is just second to none. There's golf. There's outdoor activity. You can come out for a long weekend, go visit the Grand Canyon, come down to Tucson. I'll show you around. I mean, there's lots of things happening here. And it'd be amazing to have somebody with the right vision, right, Paul? It's got to be the right vision. They've got to see the opportunity in Phoenix as a grand opportunity. A little secret about Arizona, by the way, is that many of the top brands do their initial launch in the Tucson Phoenix corridor.
Oh, is that right?
Absolutely. So we get new products way before anybody else does.
Huh.
And we're talking about all across the board. Some of these things like White Claw and other things, they might have been started somewhere else, but they do the demographic testing in Arizona. And here's why. Because it's a captive market, right? We're not like all spread out like we'll say LA or other places. I mean, nothing wrong with those, but it's kind of hard to contain.
Yeah.
They're finite little markets. The demographic blend is right where things are going. In the next 20, 30 years, the Hispanic population is going to go above 50%.
Okay.
So if you're trying to test out a new product, you want to get the taste and flavor of all the cultures.
Yeah.
And so that's one reason why. Also, you've got the right age demographic.
Right.
You've got a lot of students. You've got some retirees. You've got business professionals, and it has the right spread of all of that. Nothing against Florida, but Florida is a little bit higher on the age. Retirees.
Right.
Other places like Austin and Boston and Seattle might be a little bit thinner on the retirees. Right. But Arizona just has the right blend.
Huh. Very interesting. I never would have thought about that. It's funny you mentioned White Claw because my damn daughter drinks that all the time. It's in the fridge. I'm like, oh, what is that thing in there?
Yeah. That we just got ranch water. I don't know if you heard of that. We got that about 6 months ago. Billboards and all that here, and I just heard that somebody from out of town. They're like, oh man, they just launched this thing called ranch water. I'm like, dude, we've had that for 6 months, man.
Oh, is that a drinking water?
No, it's not a drinking water.
Oh, it's not. It's got a little sweetener in it, huh?
Yeah, it's basically tequila and club soda and a little bit of lime.
Well, let me see. Somebody's drinking somewhere. I think that sounds pretty good.
Hey, I was invited to a golf event this morning, and I know that they're drinking right now.
Oh God, unbelievable, unbelievable. I love it. Awesome, Manny. Yeah, it sounds great. Really great information. You're obviously hyped on it. I've seen it. Looks awesome. So we'll get the word out.
Yeah, get the word out. And for those that are interested, I've got an entire packet. I can just email them. You can just, if you don't mind me just saying my email now, it might be.
No, go ahead.
So just send me an email at manny@sparkpartners.com.
SPARK.
SPARK. Just like it's like Spark Plug, sparkpartners.com. And my name is Manny, MANNY. Send me a note, say I'm interested, and I'll send you the deck. And we've got a limited amount of time here. This event's going to kick off in about a month. So you can imagine the activity that's happening right now around this event. It's like rolling.
Yeah.
I'll be going to Phoenix tomorrow for the suits and sneakers event. And then the next day I'll be meeting with the team. There's a big release tonight up in Phoenix for all the top 40 models that are going to be showcasing and walking down the runway. It's a great event, Paul.
Oh man, sounds awesome, Manny. Good stuff. And thanks everyone for listening. And yeah, we'll follow the event.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk to you later.
Absolutely. All right, Manny.